All right, guys, in today's video, we are going to simplify one of the scariest questions out there. When a recruiter or a hiring manager asks you, hey, what are your salary expectations? A lot of people will freeze up. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Katie. I'm a coach at Career Sprout, where on average, we can help somebody transition to a new job in about 63 days and grow their salary by about $37,000 on average. So one of the scariest things for a lot of our students, and even folks that just email into us, they want to know how to answer the salary expectation question. So there's a very simple line that you can just memorize and practice so that it becomes super nonchalant. It should just feel really calm, really easy for you to say. It should feel as easy as you saying, there's some clouds in the sky today. It should feel that emotionless. So when somebody asks you, hey, what are your salary expectations? All you need to say back is, well, the companies I'm speaking with today are offering between X and Y. And that is an amount, that's a range that I'm pretty comfortable with. Very simple. The X, the low number that you say, should be slightly higher than the lowest point that you're willing to accept. And then the Y is typically about 30 to 40% higher than X. So what that could sound like is, thanks for asking. The companies that I'm speaking with are offering between about $100,000 and $130,000, and that's a range that I'm pretty comfortable with. And you can even, as a bonus here, you can even add in a second part where you say, that's a range that I'm very comfortable with. But to be frank, there are things beyond just the base salary that are really important to me. Things like, and then you can insert what's important to you. The culture, insert some specifics there. Paid time off, remote work, equity in the company, whatever those things are, there's about 7 things beyond just your base salary that may be really important to you and be really easy for the company to give you. Base salary is not always easy to negotiate, but there's plenty of other things that will help you find a win-win with whoever you're speaking with. Now, the follow-up question that we usually get to this is, well, what if I don't know what the range should be? Well, there are plenty of resources that you can go to, salary.com, glassdoor.com, builtin.com. There's a ton of places where you can go get some really tangible data on what a typical salary is for somebody in your area with your experience and, all that good stuff. Now, the third question that usually comes from that is, well, what if I'm transferring? What if I'm a career pivoter? Well, this is where it gets a little trickier. Feel free, you can email info@careersprout.com and just give us like a quick, kind of a quick overview of where you're at, and one of our coaches will give you some help. But typically what you want to do is just look at what your transferable skills are worth. Now, I will admit, it is typically hard for somebody without a lot of HR experience or talent experience to know exactly what they're worth. That is where you may need some added insights. It's really good to talk to people. It's really good to have mentors who are 1, 5, 10, 20 years down the road from you, and or coaches, and or there's plenty of places like Reddit oftentimes where you can source some of that information as well. But it is a little bit of a guessing game if you don't have somebody who's in the trenches doing this every day. So if you guys have any questions, we are doing a pretty big give back initiative. If you email into info@careersprout.com, or if you book, I'll put a link in the description below. If you want to book a free strategy session, we will walk you through, based on the uniqueness of your situation, what you should say to respond to that question about salary expectations. So with that, I hope you guys are having a good one, and I'll talk to you soon.